Police called on artist accused of selling AI art at Dragon Con. Could you imagine being so bitch made you need to call the police on someone because they're selling AI art? Then please tell me there's more to this story. Like, if they were asked to leave and they refused or something, then yeah, I could see why you might need to call the police. But you guys really need to call the police because someone is selling AI art? And what makes this extra funny too is all of these artists who steal other people and companies' copyright and sell it as their own in these artist alleys are triggered at someone allegedly stealing somehow their art with AI. I really don't think this is a slippery slope these guys wants to go down. Because if you're going to be doing this, we better not catch you doing art of copyrighted characters there. But I guess the more important lesson, though, is, I mean, let them have the conventions. Like, I used to be pretty big on going to conventions. Like, I went to Anime Expo every year when I could anyway. I went to some local cons in my area every year. But conventions have kind of gone to shit in the past decade. Let them have them. If you want to relegate conventions to just being for a bunch of crazy people, it's fine. Yeah, cons are just cash waste, in my opinion. No, so towards the end, I actually used to mostly show up to these conventions just so I can scour the exhibitor hall and see if I could find anything there that I can't find even online, which does happen every once in a while. But even then, like, once I noticed that they were getting rid of all the good vendors anyway, like, well, there's no point in me showing up, you know? There's no point. But anyway, so Marvel Comics executive editor Tom Brevoort might want to watch out. A vendor exhibiting under the name Oriana Gurez at Dragon Con Atlanta this weekend at booth A10 was asked to pack up their table with police present after they were accused of selling AI artwork as if it were their own. Yeah, I saw Clownfish talk about this, and I think they have a good point. Like, what's to stop jealous artists of just accusing their competitors of selling AI art? We've already seen this online. We covered this multiple times on my channel, remember? We've had so many cases of AI derangement syndrome going way too far and artists being wrongly accused of, I mean, dude, remember all the cases we covered of people posting art from the 80s? And these nut jobs were shrieking that it's obviously AI? What the hell is gonna happen when you idiots keep enabling this fucking behavior? Man, it really is only a matter of time until you have rival factions of mean girl artists just accusing each other of using AI. And then even if it can't be proved one way or another, I guess the cons are just going to listen and believe. That's yet another reason to just ditch these cons. I mean, let the crazies have them. Who cares? Well, the social media did not seem too apologetic, posting, "I'd share a screenshot of my sales this weekend, but don't have to show it. Give any explanations to you losers. You guys are sore because you don't sell shit and will be forever broke. Have fun being a broke bitch." Oh, dude, I like this guy, or this girl, rather. I think it's a girl. Yeah, this is the perfect response, by the way. Like, yeah, you fuckers are just jealous that I was out selling all of you. Yeah, I like this attitude. Yeah, because that's what it is most of the time. Once you've hung out in any creator space, yes, this is so fucking true. Yeah, well, their Instagram is now private and the CV on their website has been removed, and their website includes artwork that certainly doesn't seem to be AI generated. Again, these are accusations. There doesn't seem to be some disconnect between the website and the work on display. Well, it's a shame we can't reasonably analyze the situation because the AIDS crowd keeps reeing. DragonCon doesn't seem to have a clear AI policy on its website, but last year, Cedar Sanderson's cover of the novel Goblin Market was a current year -1 Dragon Awards finalist in the Best Illustrative Book Cover category. About 5 minutes after the ballot was listed and people pointed out it was AI, it was gone. DragonCon co-chair Dave Cody stated at the time, "We recognize that AI is a new tool with enormous potential, and society will eventually come to a consensus about how it should be used and how much content can be created using AI while still crediting a human for the work." Well, guess what? It's not going to matter because what you guys want doesn't matter. Asmongold was 100% right with what when he covered this topic. Once AI is so good, it's indistinguishable from human art. No one is going to care. Let me just ask the same question I've been asking every time AI comes up. If you found out today that your favorite movie or video game or whatever piece of entertainment or music was made by AI, would you suddenly start hating it? Would you suddenly not like it anymore just because it's made by AI? There might be a few AI derangement syndrome sufferers who would say yes, but the vast majority of people, like, no, man, I'm not going to like it any less now that I know it's made by AI. So once AI is good enough, all of these bottom feeding losers are done. Because, like, you notice the good artists aren't scared of AI. A lot of them, in fact, are using it themselves to speed up the early stages of their own work. It's only those whose work is actually worse than the trademark stereotypical AI style. They're the ones that are flipping the fuck out, because a lot of these people, they might have been able to make a somewhat decent living doing fetish art for communities that better artists didn't want to touch. But then AI comes along and does it better than them for free. Yeah, Tempest Rising cutscenes are made in AI. Yeah, I kind of thought they might have been when I was watching them. They were definitely cleaned up a bit, but I mean, I didn't mind. They obviously didn't do the Command and Conquer thing of using live action for the cutscenes, but they were good enough. And it also comes after the Bell Company had an artistic generative AI presence at Fan Expo Canada, which saw protests on the show floor. In that case, the police were called on the protesters. DragCon seems to have been a different world. Yeah, I think that Bell Company one was, yeah, they had a booth that made AI generated caricatures of you if you wanted. So it's basically the AI just applied a filter effectively, and people read about that. I don't even think they charged for it either. I'm not sure though. But regardless, conventions are just dens of crazy now. So you just leave them alone. If you really want conventions, you're going to have to start your own. Or if you can't start your own, hang out adjacent to a currently ongoing convention. And maybe you can pull some of their audience over to you instead.